Joining us now to talk more about this issue is Seth Denson. He's the author of The Cure, a blueprint for solving America's healthcare crisis. Seth, thanks for coming on. So, picking a nursing home, it can be a really painful process. You're anxious. Everyone's heard all these horror stories. If they're now short-staffed on top of that, will our loved ones be cared for?
Well, I think that's the concern many of us have, especially when we're putting our loved ones into these facilities. Listen, I'm speaking of someone, my grandmother currently is in one of these nursing home facilities, and I'm very fortunate that she's in a very good one with people that care for her. But she's in her third or fourth one now because what might be great one day may not be great tomorrow. And that's really the issue here. Many of these nursing homes are understaffed. The federal government says that 1 in 8, but there's independent studies that show that it's even more than that, that even as many as up to 90% at any given time. So I think this is an ongoing concern, and sadly, COVID only exacerbated it. This was a problem long before COVID, but certainly under COVID it got worse.
And I imagine when you say that things can change very quickly, it's a matter of getting and keeping the right people. It's not like suddenly the facility fell down around a patient. It's that the people change.
That's right. In the industry, there's about a 94% turnover rate by most studies.
Wow.
And so you're talking about effectively the longevity of someone being there really is a year. And so when you're looking at that, you could have a great organization with great people. They may not be there in a year. And when it comes to nursing home facilities, it is very much about the people that are working there. That is what makes or breaks these organizations and makes them good places for your loved ones to be. So if the statistics hold and that everybody effectively is gone inside of a year, unless you're recirculating that with quality people, that organization could change very quickly.
More broadly in healthcare, Seth, and medical workers specifically, are they just wiped out right now following this pandemic? What is the state of healthcare employees?
Well, again, I think there's two things. I think it's regional, and I think it's by specific sectors within the healthcare industry. We've just been talking about nursing homes. I think that this was a population that was really left out to pasture by our elected leaders, in large part because we wanted to boost hospital numbers so much. I mean, you have even states like New York where they were putting people with COVID into nursing homes. They were expendable. So I think that certainly hurt the morale. As far as the broader aspect of healthcare, I think that there are people that are probably in a better place because they're realizing we're coming out of this, and it was their determination and hard work that are going to do that. But these are certainly people that we need to show our appreciation to, not just in the moment, but beyond this. These are people who are called to make sure that our lives have higher quality. And I think that, again, there are certain aspects that are going to need some encouragement more than others, but my hope is that we will continue to give that encouragement long beyond this crisis.
What is the first thing we can do to improve the lives, and I mean professional and personal lives, of health workers?
Well, we certainly ask them to do a lot, right? We ask them to work ridiculous hours, and the pay is good, but it's not great in a lot of cases. And we have a shortage. We've got to get to a place in our country where becoming either a nurse or a practitioner or even a doctor doesn't take $1 million and so many years of schooling. Mind you, I want them quality educated, but I don't feel like we've got a situation where so many of them can get there without going into such great debt. You've got a lot of we'll call it intense pressure on the healthcare system right now, in large part because they've all had to try to come out of this, and in a lot of times they were asked to spread themselves out. Even dermatologists were sometimes called in to do medical work that really isn't in their forte to do. So I think, cost is the entry barrier to get into the profession. We need to find a way to drive down the cost so that we can get the best talent and we can get more people into the profession.
I appreciate you helping us look at this both myopically and larger scale. Seth Denson, author of The Cure, a blueprint for solving America's healthcare crisis. Seth, thanks.
Thank you.